So to the front rows we go. John Smit, who played Test rugby at hooker and tight head prop for South Africa, but again has not selected himself for the purposes of this selection. But this would have been really tough for you.
It was tough. I mean, the two contenders that Lou said would have been easy. It's Beast and Os, and I think Os gets it because he's a double World Cup winner. He had an amazing ability to influence us as a young team when he came back in his sort of second stint out of retirement. And you know, Os was never had a bad game. Os was super consistent. He was an unbelievable ball carrier, good defender. For a guy that size 130 clicks, being able to, you know, play for 80 minutes was incredible. So he goes at number one. At number two, it was, you know, tight because I think we had a ding-dong battle between Malcolm and Bongi in this 2019 edition. But, you know, Bismarck, I think, is over the professional era has been incredible. You know, probably, you know, if his body was slightly different, could have been an incredible loose forward. You know, if he had a slightly bigger turn of pace, his ability to turn ball, he was a great thrower, but also super physical and a lot of anger in that Afrikaans farmer from the Free State. So Bismarck gets the nod at 2. And then 3, you know, it's probably one of the positions that I think South Africa is, you know, it was always relied heavily upon a tight end. And it came up, the first one that came up was Dougie Heymans. You know, for me, he was probably, and it came up because he drilled me many times when I was a youngster. I was playing Lucid for the Sharks, and he just was incredibly good in the scrum. And, you know, maybe his all-round game probably wasn't, you know, as good as some of the other guys, but as a scrummager, there was no other. And then, you know, Adrian Garvey, super mobile, athletic, but probably from a scrum point of view, you know, doesn't quite get it. And then this crew of 2019, which was also very, very competitive between Trevor, Frans Malherbe, and Vincent Koch. All 3 good scrummagers, good work rate, decent defenders. And, you know, the old saying about a tight head is if he can do anything other than just scrum, it's phenomenal. You know, so I've picked up Trevor Nyakane because he's migrated to tight head unbelievably well. Does really well in the scrum. He's very good as a stealer. So him and Bismarck in the same team with Dwayne Vermeulen, it's going to be hard at the ruck time. And he carries like a champ, and he's got unbelievable dance moves.
Brilliant.
Righto. So John's front row: Os du Randt, Bismarck, Du Plessis, Trevor, Nyakane.